everybody, Happy New Year! My name is Leanna and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark Canada, Poshmark US. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I put things in place, practices in place to double my sales in December. Full transparency, now November was not a good month for me at all, so it was very easy to improve upon November. However, I did end up doubling my sales in December, and I think that's fairly significant, and I want to tell you exactly what I changed, and maybe that'll help you. So let's just dive right in. Like that? Dive? First off, we're going to talk about how Poshmark is an app that likes you to be active on the app. They want you on the app doing things, not just scrolling, not just having the app open. So the more that you can be active will help you in the long run. The easiest way to be active is to share. Now, I know a lot of poshers will say, don't bother sharing anybody else's items. It won't help you. It's nothing. It's useless. It's a waste of time. I kind of disagree a little bit. I still share a little bit of other people's closets, especially if they've shared my items. I will share a little bit. I don't focus on it, and I think maybe throughout the whole entire day I might spend maybe 20 minutes at the most sharing somebody else's closet, because it is true. Really, it does very little for you in a sense, but you know what? It's a sort of a feel-good thing and something I still want to do, and I don't focus on it. I spend a little bit of time. I do, however, share my own closet. Now, originally, I was sharing it sort of willy-nilly, and you're going to hear willy-nilly a lot in this video. I would share maybe 2 or 3 times a day for the most part. And I have right now just over 600 active listings, and I timed myself this morning. It is January like the 6th or something. I timed myself this morning, and it took from start to finish 11 minutes and 35 seconds to share my entire closet. Now, out of that 11 minutes and 35 seconds, really, it's only the first 5 minutes or 6 minutes that I'm doing the thing, where I'm actually actively engaged in doing something. The rest is just the app doing its job. So I really and truly, I have an extra 5 or 6 minutes anyway. So technically, it only takes about 5 minutes to share my closet. But if we take the whole time, I can share my closet 4 times and only spend an hour a day doing that. And then really, in the course of a workday, that's not very much. So I know now, and through December, I shared 4 times. Once very early in the morning because I get up at stupid o'clock. And then once again between 7:30 and 8:30 in the morning. Then I kind of left it through the day. I might have shared to the noon party if I happen to be on my phone, but not very often. I then share between 4 and 5 o'clock again, and I share one more time after supper and before I go to bed. And I go to bed early because I get up at stupid o'clock. I also have a VA who shares my closet between 11 and 1 a.m. every night. And my VA is my brother because I have trust issues and I don't trust a stranger with my information and being allowed into all that stuff that's on the app. So I hired my brother. He does it. It's great. It works out for both of us. So I've been sharing my closet a lot more. The next thing that I started doing, and I noticed when I did a listing challenge with myself for the last 10 days of November, where I was challenging myself to list 100 items. I made it. Yay. It was hard work. And I realized then, the light bulb went out, that sharing consistently is very important. It really helps boost you up. And a lot of people, when they see new things, it's just a fresher sort of feeling that they get. So going into December, I had a goal of listing 250 items, which for me is almost triple. So it's like maybe 2.5 times what I was listing. I was listing maybe 2 to 3 items every other day, kind of willy-nilly, but it just wasn't enough. And I wasn't getting through my death pile, and I was still wanting to shop. So now, after listing the 250 items in December and having that success, my death pile is down lower. I will always have a death pile. I feel more comfortable with at least something in behind me because we live in Ontario and we're now sort of in a little bit of a lockdown and we don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to keep a bit of a death pile for a while and we'll see what happens. So December, I listed 250 items, and that I believe really helped keep me up in the new items arriving, and it kept the interest there. So along with sharing and listing, I think that those two go hand in hand, and it really helped. However, when you're listing, you can't just list a ton of items that have no value or don't want to be, don't want to be bought. So you have to list the right items. How do you know it's the right items? Well, you know what? If you list an item and it sells, obviously that's your number one clue. And the number two is, if it gets a lot of attention, if you're listing stuff and it's getting likes and it's getting shared, it's getting the attention, then you know it's the right thing. What I do is I go through my own closet, my own solds, and see what's selling for me, see what brands really work for me. And I make my decisions when I'm out shopping about that. So I know Torrid plus sizes, for the most part, as long as they're newer, will sell for me. If I find free people, which I don't find a lot of here, but my free people sell-through rate is close to 90%, which is a really good sell-through rate. So I will always pick up free people, condition and cost of goods, to keep in mind. So those are the first two things that I did. The next thing I did is I utilized that new feature, My Shoppers. And what I did is every morning I would go to My Shoppers, I would filter by likers. So everybody that had liked an item in the last 24 hours, all those likes would get put in a bundle. And then I would send just a little cute little, hey, thanks for checking out my closet. Let me know if you have any questions kind of message. Very generic, not pushy, anything, just a little one, just to start a conversation. And it did result in a few sales, which was really cool because the customers would, they would answer, some would answer, and then I would respond. And it builds a relationship. And when you build a relationship, sometimes it can be a very good thing and they'll come back to you because customers will always remember how you made them feel. So if you make them feel heard and wanted, then they're going to like to come back to shop with you. So I do that now. Every morning I send out all these little messages. It takes less than 30 seconds because it's a bulk feature that the Posh ambassadors have, and it works really well. Now, the last thing I did, and you may laugh at me for this because I have been on Poshmark Canada since it began, and it's something that I've never really taken advantage of. I would send out offers to likers once in a while, and I would do it like a couple here and a couple there and a couple there. And it really, it would result in sales, but it wasn't doing a lot. So now with the new bulk feature, which is amazing, where you can take your closet and you can pick a percentage and then you just got to click, right? And it sends all the offers to all the likers, which is amazing. It takes very little time. And the only but the only issue I have is that with my newer items, when they have likers, I might send out only a 20% offer. And then I would have to go back in. If something was older, I would want maybe a 30% offer. I'm still playing with my percentages to see if I want to see what works the best. And yes, it's sort of, not rocket science to know that the bigger the discount, the chances of you selling something is bigger. But I still have to keep in mind that I want to make money. I also use that if something doesn't sell. So if it's an older item and I've sent out a 30% offer with $9.99 shipping here in Canada, if that item doesn't sell, then I have to look at that item and go, why is it not selling? Is the price wrong? Is it just not on trend and not really worthy of being in my closet? Or is it the wrong time of year? So I go through that, and then I've started to purge some of the stuff in my closet, some of the things that, just the bad buys, because that happens. it's a fact of life that trends change and you buy the wrong things. And I mean, some of the things that I bought when I began, I wouldn't touch now, but you know, it's a learning process and that's okay, right? So those are the things I did. December was a good month. It was not, I don't think it was my best, but it was a very good month. And I would like to keep that momentum going. So in order to do that, I need to list more. So I am listing 10 a day, 70 a week, 280 is my goal for the month. And however I get there, I will get there. 280 is even more than last month. So we will see. No fingers crossed, because this is not about luck. This is about me doing the work. And we all know that in order to be successful, you need to do the work. So I'm going to be listing, I'm sharing, I am sending out messages to my shoppers, and I am doing offers to likers at least once a week, if not twice a week. And hopefully all this keeps working and we have a great, I was going to say December, and we're way past December. We have a great January. And that's it. What do you do to increase your sales? Do you do anything to increase your sales? Do you think you have a system in place that works for you? I hope so, because I'm just learning and I'm very excited for what this year is going to hold for us. So that's it for now. Happy New Year again. I will be back next week. Not sure yet what the video is going to be about, because I've got lots of things going on in the brain. You know, I want to talk about lowballers, and I want to talk about eBay a bit, and I want to talk about lots of stuff. So leave me a little comment down below. Tell me how your year is going so far. I hope everything's well. Bye.